A very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Let's learn together.
So a very good morning to all of you, my dear students. Welcome back to the class. So what we have to do over here in this final video or final class of this chapter, I think. So we are going to discuss few about the few days and some important question and answers also we will discuss over here in this class. So let us see some of the important dates that we have gone through in this chapter. That is quite important in history. August 1914, the First World War begins. That is the date. Remember, maybe very important for MCQs also. November 9, the year was 1918. Germany capitulates and that ended the war. Germany surrendered and ended the war. November 9, 1918, the same day, proclamation of the Weimar Republic. And Weimar Republic emerged after this loss of Germany. After they surrender, Weimar Republic came into existence. June 28, 1919, negotiation was started for the Treaty of Versailles. We have discussed about the Treaty of Versailles that Germany has to give a lot of things, that 6 billion euros also, it was there in that treaty. So that negotiation was started in the year 1918, June 28. And 11 November 1918, signing of the Treaty of Versailles. And finally, the Treaty of Versailles was signed between the two parties. 11 November 1918 was the date. That's why those who signed that treaty, they were also regarded, mockingly called as November criminals also. January 30, 1933, Hitler becomes the Chancellor of Germany. We know. And September 1, 1939, Germany invades Poland, means Germany attacked Poland, and that was the beginning of the Second World War also. June 22, 1941, Germany attacks, or you can say attack or touched USSR Russia. June 23, 1941, mass murder of the Jews begins. 1941, June 23. December 8, 1941, the United States joined the Second World War. January 27, 1945, Soviet Union troops, they liberate, means they freed Auschwitz, which was captured by Germany. And May 8, 1945, that was the end of the Second World War, Allied victory in Europe. The Allied powers, those who were there, they got the victory. May 8, 1945. So that is all about the dates. You can take the screenshot, my dear students, so that you can prepare well. that were all the dates that was there in this chapter, Allied victory in Europe. Now we will move to the next topic. That is the milk can that I showed you yesterday also. The inhabitants of the Warsaw ghetto. Warsaw was a place where there was a gas chamber also, and where they were just putting all the Jews together in a place. So inhabitants of the Warsaw ghetto collected documents and placed them in 3 milk cans, which was recovered by the researchers, by the archaeologists, along with other containers. उसके साथ और भी बहुत सारे containers मिले, and all the containers were having a lot of documents, proofs. As destruction seemed imminent, destruction was really imminent. It was not stopping. Quite large. So these containers were buried in the cellars of the buildings in the year 1943, and which was discovered also later on. This is one of the milk can, and you can see this photograph. One of the country, Denmark, was helping the Jews to get out from the situation, to get out from Germany, to come out from Germany. So Denmark was secretly rescued their Jews from Germany with the help of this boat. You can see this boat. This is one of the boat used for that purpose. Means Denmark was the neighboring country, and it was helping the Jews to save their life. It was helping and it was rescuing the Jews from Germany. And this is one of the boat which was used for that purpose. Now the important one comes over here, that what India did at that time. What was the role of Mahatma Gandhi over here in this chapter? Let us see. Letter to Adolf Hitler. You can see at the top left hand corner, Adolf Hitler को एक लेटर लिखा गया है. As at Wardha, CP India, Wardha से July 23, 1939. That was the beginning of the Second World War also that year. So in the beginning of this 1939, July 23, Gandhiji wrote a letter to Adolf Hitler, and let me discuss with this what Gandhiji has suggested Adolf Hitler. So he's writing her Hitler, Berlin, Germany, dear friend. You can see over here, Gandhiji is just quoting Adolf Hitler as a friend, saying that, dear friend, friends have been urging me to write to you for the sake of humanity. Means my friend, Gandhiji is saying about his friend that his friends were asking or requesting him and forcing him to write a letter to Adolf Hitler. Please write a letter to Adolf Hitler. For what? For the sake of humanity. इंसानियत के लिए, इंसानियत को बचाने के लिए एक लेटर लिखिए गांधी जी को. रिक्वेस्ट मिल रहा था. गांधी जी was receiving a lot of respects from his friends to write a letter to you. He's saying to Hitler. But I have resisted their request, means rejected their request, because of the feeling that any letter from me would be an impertinence. So Gandhiji rejected the request of his friends, that he was thinking that any letter, whatever he will write to Adolf Hitler, may not be suitable. Impertinence may not be suitable at that time. Gandhiji was thinking. Something tells me that I must not calculate, and that I must make my appeal for whatever it may be worth. So after rejecting many of the requests, Gandhiji realized that I must not calculate, I must not think a lot to write a letter to someone like Adolf Hitler. Why should I calculate all the thing, whether it will be good, whether it will be bad to write? So Gandhiji realized this, I must not calculate, I must not think a lot before writing a letter. Let us write a letter. Let me make an appeal to the Hitler, whatever it may be worth. यानी चाहे वो जितना असर करे, जितना कीमती है, जितना कीमत हो उस लेटर का, जितना भी वो असर करे. गांधी जी was thinking that I must write, whether it is worthy or not. Let us write the letter. So after all this, after request from the friend, and then rejection to their request, then Gandhiji realized I must write a letter. I must not think a lot to write a letter. So he realized and he decided, Gandhiji then decided that I will write a letter. I will make appeal to Adolf Hitler for whatever it may be worth. जितना भी वो अहम रहे या ना रहे, let us write a letter. Now Gandhiji is making one appeal. Let us see. It is quite clear that you are today the one person in the world who can prevent a war which may reduce humanity to the savage state. Now Gandhiji is just putting Adolf Hitler at the top over here. He is saying that you are the only one person in the world, throughout the world. You can see the one person in the world who can stop this war, who can stop the Second World War. You are the person. He's saying, Gandhiji is saying to Adolf Hitler that you are the person who can stop this war, and you are the person who can reduce humanity to the savage state, means safe state. So you are the person who can save the human. You are the person who can save the humanity. इंसानियत को बचाने का काम आप ही कर सकते हैं. He's saying to Adolf Hitler that you are the only person who can save all of us. Now you can see there is a suggestion, or that may be a warning also. He's just saying that. He's saying to Adolf Hitler, must you pay that price for an object, however worthy it may appear to you to be? Now he's suggesting, he's advising, Gandhiji is advising to Adolf Hitler that you must pay the price of a particular object of whatever it may be worthy. It means he's saying that if the price of an article of a mobile, suppose an of a mobile device, the price may be of rupees 10,000, then you must pay 10,000 only. You must not raise the price. You must not try to pay 15,000, 20,000 for that particular object. So he's saying, so if you want to capture throughout Germany, if you want Nordic German organs to be there in Germany only, then you must do that only. You must pay the price for an object however worthy, यानी एक चीज का जितना कीमत है उसके लिए उतनी ही मेहनत करना चाहिए, उतना ही उसका कीमत अदा करना चाहिए. He's saying, will you listen? Now he's requesting. In the first sentence you can over here see, must you pay the price for an object however worthy it may appear to you be, है ना. तो कह रहे हैं कि जितना आपको लगता है उतना ही उसका कीमत अदा करना चाहिए, यानी आपको जितना जरूरत है उतना ही एक्शन लेना चाहिए, दूसरे कंट्री को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहिए, दूसरे रिलीजन को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहिए. He's saying that. Now he is advising, will you listen to the appeal of one who has deliberately shunned the method of war? See, you can see over here, Gandhiji is now saying about himself. He is saying that I have shunned, I have just give up the method of war. I have given up. I have given up the method of war. So will you listen to such a person who has given up the method of war, not without considerable success? Not without considerable success means I haven't got a lot of success by giving up this particular method of war, but even I have given up this method of war. So he's requesting, will you listen to me? Please, you also, he's requesting that you also please give up this method of war. Anyway, he's saying, anyway, I anticipate your forgiveness. Now he is asking for forgiveness also. Gandhiji is saying sorry to also Adolf Hitler, that if I have erred in writing to you, means if I have done any mistake in writing to you, then please forgive me. If I have done any mistake in writing to you, then please forgive me for that. I made an appeal to you to shun the method of war. I am advising you to pay the price for an object, however worthy it may appear to you. And again, he is saying over there in this para that you are the only one person in the world who can prevent a war, which can reduce humanity to the safest state once again. Now, this is the letter that he wrote in the year 1939, and in the month of July 23, he has written this letter. Now, let us see, my dear student. Okay, let us see the second letter. This was from July 23, and here is this letter, second one. December 24, 1940, almost 1.5 years. After 1.5 years, Gandhiji once again wrote a letter to Adolf Hitler. And you can see this letter. Let me discuss this letter with you all once again. Let us see. He is writing to Adolf Hitler now. We have found in non-violence a force which, if organized, can without doubt match itself against a combination of all the most violent forces in the world. Now he's saying, he is promoting his non-violence over here. Gandhiji believed in non-violence, and he is promoting his non-violence to Adolf Hitler also. He's saying that if someone organized non-violence in such a way, in a successful way, if someone organized non-violence in a successful way, then he's saying, he's giving guarantee to Adolf Hitler that without doubt means he's giving guarantee, without doubt, non-violence can match itself against a combination of all the most violent forces in the world. Now he's saying that if you will combine, put all together all the violent forces in the world, mean guns, or using the horses, using the elephants, or using missiles, or bombings, or nuclear power, if you will just put all the violent forces all together in a place, and if you will match it, if you will compare it with non-violence, then he's saying that it will match itself. The non-violence will match to all the violent forces in the world. So why should we go for the violent means? We should go with non-violence. He's trying to convince Adolf Hitler that non-violence can itself, you know, do all the thing what you can do with the violent forces. So please stop. He's trying to tell him, he's trying to convince him, please follow the path of non-violence. To Adolf Hitler, is trying to convince him, and he said, he guaranteed him that, he told him that in the letter that without any dot, he's saying, without any dot, the non-violence will be compared, if you will compare, it will match to all the violent forces. Then if the two things are equal, then we should select the most important one among the two. If the two things are having same values, then we must be smart in selecting any one of them. Now he is saying in the second sentence, in non-violent technique, as I have said, he's saying, Gandhiji, about non-violence, once again he's saying, he's trying to promote, there is no such thing as defeat. Now the most important, my dear, बहुत समझने वाली बात है यहाँ पर, that in non-violence there is no such thing like defeat. यानी उसमें हार या जीत नहीं होता है. नॉन वायलेंस में हार जीत नहीं होता है. You request, you try to convince. Yes, my dear students. So he is now saying in non-violent technique, as I have said, he is just trying to convince Adolf Hitler also to follow the path of non-violence. So he's saying, so in non-violent technique, as I have said, there is no such thing as defeat. इसमें हारने का कोई चीज होता ही नहीं है non-violence में. It is all do or die without killing or hunting or hurting someone. He's saying that non-violence is all do or die, है ना. Non-violence में क्या होता है, आप करो या मरो का स्थिति होता है, and that is without killing or hurting someone. So he's trying to define, he's trying to convince Adolf Hitler about non-violence. Now he's saying that non-violence can be used practically without money also. There is no need of money. You don't have to buy any particular object or particular weapon to follow the path of non-violence. He's saying that non-violence can be used practically without money also, and obviously without the aid of science. Now there is a threatening. Now let us see. And now he is coming to the point. Gandhiji is coming to the point over here. He's saying that without using money, we can use non-violence, and even without using the help of science, without taking the help of science also, we can use non-violence. So Gandhiji is saying there is no need of money, there is no need of science also in the path of non-violence. He is promoting his non-violence over here. Now he is saying something else to Adolf Hitler. Now he's saying, Gandhiji is saying to Adolf Hitler that the help of science which you are using, you can see over here, without the aid of science of destructions. Science without the help of science of destruction means Gandhiji was knowing that Adolf Hitler is killing the people using the science, using the technology, killing the people in the gas chambers. So Gandhiji is saying to Adolf Hitler that without the aid of or without the help of science of destruction, which you have brought to such perfection, Gandhiji is saying to him that which you have brought it, which you have used it to very perfection, you are using perfectly, you are taking the help of science perfectly for destruction purpose, for killing the people, for attacking other countries. He's saying to Adolf Hitler, because you can see in the year 1940, December 9, that is the end of this 1940 year, and that was the World War was going on during this time. So that's why he's saying, Gandhiji is saying to Adolf Hitler that you are taking the help of science for destruction purpose, and you are using it very perfectly. He's saying to Adolf Hitler. So he's saying again, Gandhiji again is saying, it is a marvel to me that you do not see that it is nobody's monopoly. Now Gandhiji is threatening over here. If you understand, my dear students, let me tell you that he's saying that taking the help of science is nobody's monopoly. Means nobody is having the authority that I will only use this science, I will only take the help of science for destruction purpose. He's saying everyone can use. He's saying that it is nobody's monopoly. Monopoly means that you are having only the authority of using or implementing something or producing something. So Gandhi ji is saying to Adolf Hitler that it is nobody's monopoly. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई कि सिर्फ जो है आप ही इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं साइंस का फॉर डिस्ट्रक्शन पर्पस. ही इज सेइंग गांधी जी दैट let me tell you that it is nobody's monopoly that only Adolf Hitler or only someone will use science for destruction purpose. Means he's saying that others can use the same thing, the same science. Others can also take the help of same science for destruction purpose. Now Gandhi is saying, if not the British, because at that time we all know that India was colonized under the Britishers. So he's saying, Gandhi ji, if not the British, अगर ब्रिटिश नहीं कुछ करेगा, ब्रिटिशर्स नहीं करेंगे, then some other power will certainly improve upon your method. Now there is a threatening, my dear students. Gandhi is saying to Adolf Hitler that some other power, means some other countries, will improve your method that you are using for destruction, that whatever you are using for destroying others, the science that you are using, maybe someone will improve that science of destruction and beat you with your own weapon. Now there is a threatening. गांधी जी बोल रहे हैं कि आपके ही मेथड को, साइंस को इंप्रूव करके आप पर ही कोई अटैक करेगा और आपको हरा देगा, एंड विल बीट यू विथ योर ओन वेपन. आपके हथियार से ही आपको हरा देगा, थोड़ा से इंप्रूव करके. So he's saying you are leaving no legacy to your people of which they would feel proud. आप ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, कोई legacy वाला, कोई legend वाला काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, that afterwards, after you're there, your people will realize and will feel proud of you. आप ऐसा कोई काम नहीं कर रहे हैं कि लोग आप पर जो है फक्र महसूस करेंगे. You can see he's saying they cannot take pride in a recital of cruel deed, however skillfully planned. है ना, कोई भी आदमी जो है किसी क्रूएल डीड को याद नहीं करता, चाहे आपने जितनी अच्छे से उसको प्लान किया हो, यूज किया हो, लेकिन आप जो कर रहे हैं वो क्या कर रहे हैं, जुल्म कर रहे हैं. सेइंग दे कैन नॉट टेक प्राइड, योर पीपल कैन नॉट टेक प्राइड इन द क्रूएल डीड्स दैट यू आर डूइंग, हाउएवर यू आर स्किलफुली प्लानिंग इट. जितने भी अच्छे से आप काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप तो जुल्म कर रहे हैं. यू आर डूइंग क्रूएल डीड, योर डीड इज नॉट गुड, योर डीड इज क्रूएल्टी. So they will not take pride anything. So he is saying, I therefore appeal to you in the name of humanity to stop the war. He is again saying to Adolf Hitler कि humanity के लिए मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि आप जो है इस वॉर को खत्म करिए. Please stop the war. Now he is saying, I am your sincere friend M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is saying. So that is all in this letter, my dear students.
Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.